Can she fish, though? Fox 17's Tim Doty out fishing in Saugatuck today. So what do you think, Tim? Did you catch the big one?
What do I think about her? We did catch some, Michelle. Here's one bag full of the fillets right here. We're going to talk about how to cook those.
Okay. 1 of 5, Michelle. One of 5 bags.
Yeah, with many bags. This is Dan. Dan was on the boat with us. Impressive. Dan does travel writing. He's a guide. He does it all, and we can't get into it in 2.5 or 3 minutes here. Let's focus specifically on what we did today and Lake Michigan as a whole. We were out 2.5, 3 hours maybe with our lines in the water. I think we caught 8 or 9 fish.
Oh, absolutely. We caught 9 fish, and it was wonderful. It was what Michigan is known for. It was a multi-species bag. We caught coho salmon, we caught steelhead trout, we caught lake trout, we caught coho, and then king salmon. More king salmon than anything, and in the springtime, that's to be expected.
The fishery as a whole is doing well at this point in 2010?
4 years ago, I would tell you that we were on the downslide because we didn't have the bait fish population. But now almost every fish we cleaned today had 2, 3, and even 4 classes of bait fish in the fish's belly. And that just means great things for the fishery on Lake Michigan.
And this brings in a lot of money. I mean, we've always heard the stories about hunting brings in X amount, fishing brings in X amount, but we're talking billions as in B.
Yeah, we're talking billions as in B. And depending on who you talk to, that factor that they factor in, we're up above $6 billion a year. Tourism itself in Michigan is the second largest industry in the state next to the auto industry. We're growing, and hopefully the auto industry will grow again, but we continue to grow. And with the fishery on Lake Michigan the way it is right now, this is going to be a great year.
You always hear about somebody going maybe to the Keys or Central America or Mexico to go fishing. Is this an untapped place that the sport fishermen around the country, around the globe, should be looking at to do fishing?
You know, I think so. And rather than that saltwater, let's look at freshwater in the Pacific Northwest, where they're allowed 1 king salmon a day. Here we're allowed 3. But they're allowed 1 or 2 coho, we're allowed 3. Steelhead, we're allowed 3. I mean, this is unbelievable fishing. My friends in the Pacific Northwest are envious, and they should be, because this is wonderful.
Okay, quickly, what are we going to do with these fillets?
Okay, salmon, particularly the salmon, the kings and the cohos, I would put a pico de gallo, fresh salsa, not that canned stuff, fresh salsa, over the top, 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. The lake trout, I would bake them, again at 400, but I would cover them with a Caesar salad dressing and then let that get golden brown, which is going to take about 15 minutes, and then serve that. And steelhead, if you do anything besides grill it and brush it with a good Italian dressing, you're making a mistake. It's tremendous.
Because the fish flavor speaks for itself, especially since it was just in the water about 3 hours ago, but you don't really need to do much to it.
No.
And it's not going to stink your house up.
No, it's simple. Fish, 400 degrees, 10 minutes an inch. So basically 10 minutes is going to do almost anything in the Great Lakes. And what you marinate it with, salmon, another good thing besides a pico de gallo would be a ginger sesame dressing. Just pour it over the top. Just, you know, Wishbone or whoever, just pour it over the top. Let that sit there, 400 degrees. Good chuffs.
Most times I always tell everybody, Michelle, that no, we're not bringing food back. If anybody wants fish, we definitely have fish. So we'll see. Maybe we'll have a little cook-off when we get back tonight.
Yeah, sounds good. And we were watching that video, Doty. Sat Truck Sean got one.
Sat Truck Sean did get in the shot, and that was Dan patting him on top of the head because Sean hasn't done a whole lot of fishing, but we made sure to get him in there catching one.
All right, well, we look
He caught the only steelhead of the day.
Good for him.
Wonderful fish.
All right, thanks, you guys. Have fun. We'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Plenty more ahead on Fox 17 News at 6.